800-949-8707. 800-949-8707. 800-949-8707. 800-949-8707.
All right, welcome to the show, Fifth Street Soccer, here on the Sports Byline USA and SB Nation Radio Networks. I'm Nick Eber, along with Nick Webster. It's great to be with you today as we have a lot of football to talk about, and we will obviously prep you up for the big Premier League matches this weekend. Nick Webster, some big stories out there.
Oh, they're monster stories, and somehow they all have a Manchester United flavour to them, whether it be past, present, or future. Indeed.
I did actually draw, in terms of the second story we're going to talk about, an interesting 2009 discussion to do. But listen, I'm getting ahead of myself here, people, because you're thinking, what is he going to talk about? Well, stay tuned, because we have superstars being naughty. We have super naughty managers, maybe out of a job soon. We have television numbers that are going to knock your socks off that you won't believe when I tell you about these television numbers. Plus, we've got all the Premier League matches and a really huge one hotting up for the weekend. Of course, we are talking about Liverpool and Manchester City. We're going to give you our picks and prognostications, our plays, go through our picks and values for you as well in the last segment. Nick, I think if people want to join us, they should call us at 800-878-PLAY, don't you?
I think that's a fantastic idea. In fact, you know what? If I wasn't actually talking with you right now through the beauty of the internet, I would be on the phone begging to talk to the one and only Nick Geber, because this show is going to blow your socks off tonight. So
that's right.
Don't go anywhere. I mean, we're going to be talking about stuff that nobody has got the stones to talk about.
Yeah, and I think it is time that we talked about it. And also, let's talk about Juventus love. I gave a little bit on Tuesday and still think the team is probably the best team in Europe right now. However, boy, they need to get some new PR people at Juventus. We're going to talk about that and so much more. Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/Fifth Street Sports. Of course, we are broadcasting live to our men and women in uniform around the world, listening on American forces, as well as if you are listening to us on an affiliate of the Sports Byline Radio Network or the SB Nation Radio Network, we welcome you to the show, streaming live on iHeart, TuneIn, Twitch, Itch, Yitch, Yatch, Stimmer, Snammer, Snitch, Snatch, everywhere you want to be. Nick Eber, Nick Webster. We're going to step aside, take a break. I'm going to have another vodka, then we're going to kick it off here on Fifth Street Soccer. Don't go anywhere.
Drowning in IRS debt? If you can't afford to pay your debt due to economic hardship, you can now be free of IRS collection efforts by taking advantage of a special IRS tax hardship program. This program allows Americans who owe the IRS to resolve their delinquent tax debt once and for all. In some cases, maybe even reducing what you owe significantly. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Simply dial 800-426-3569. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back or have years of unfiled tax returns, help is standing by. Just call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-426-3569 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-426-3569 to see if you qualify. That's 800-426-3569.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low Cost Airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531. It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
All right, I like that sort of post-punky gothic type of sounding intro. I like that, Scott. Good job. A little techno dance. Nick Geber, Nick Webster. Fifth Street Soccer. We're not techno dancing, by the way. Lots of stories to get to, Nick Webster. Let's start with the potentially not so special one, shall we? Nick, big rumors coming out, being leaked out of the Manchester United boardroom, and that can only mean Ed Woodward, by the way, that the special one is toast after the Newcastle match this weekend. Nick, you're hearing the same things, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an absolute disgrace. Manchester United has more leaks now than the Trump administration. I mean, every day you hear something new. And they've done, and in fairness, I mean, they do have a bit of previous. Moyes knew he was going to get the sack before he got the sack, and Van Gaal knew that despite winning the FA Cup, he was going to get the sack, and he got the sack. And now Mourinho, he's going to go into the Newcastle game knowing that, pretty much regardless of the result, he's going to get the sack. As much as people hate Manchester United, and I've been right there, one thing you'd say about them under the Sir Alex Ferguson reign was that they were a class organization. I'm not going to point fingers at the Glazers, but the Glazers have certainly got a lot to answer to, because ever since they've taken over, the way the club has been run is farcical, if you ask me.
I actually have to completely disagree with you, Nick Webster. I have been a supporter of the Glazers, not because I particularly like them. I didn't know Malcolm Glazer. He's deceased now. His son runs the show there at United, or, Ed Woodward runs the show there at United and reports to the Glazers. There's a lot of people pointing the finger at Manchester United's ownership. And, I think that we forget that if you remember the McManus and McNear reign, where they were arguing over horse sperm, little horse jizz was getting in the way of their ownership of the club. Glazers come in, they buy the team, and it's a leveraged buyout, and everybody's upset about all this debt, and they won't be able to afford anything, and they're going to be spending, they're going to be working for the man. And if you remember, there was all this sort of pseudo-anti-Semitic, anti-American, xenophobic nonsense that went around the Glazer takeover of the team. But the fact of the matter is, Nick, Manchester United have never been short of money for transfers. It's always been made available to them, whatever they want. What they're not is going to just be stupid and write checks based on one man's will and whim. And quite frankly, Jose Mourinho has had plenty of that. Alex Ferguson was the guy. We always talk about no one man was bigger than the club, Nick, but let's be honest. Alex Ferguson was the modern Manchester United in the modern era. And when he went, Manchester United just became another very rich, very successful, very globally recognized brand, and they have all the footballing struggles that every other team has.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you, Nick, because not every team owes £500 million thanks to the Glazer takeover, which happened when? 13 years ago. I mean, you talk about they can afford to buy players. Well, they do, but all the time the money's being leveraged back onto the club and not the Glazers. Meanwhile, the Glazers take a very tasty dividend every year. I think I'm reading right here, $23 million in dividends. Then they bend them over and take out another 17 million in transaction fees. And then there's salaries on top of that. I mean, what kind of, we're English, Nick. The club is our lifeblood. It's not the lifeblood for Manchester United fans. And should the Glazers up and leave, United could be in a whole heap of trouble because someone's going to have to come up with £500 million to write the whole thing off.
But Nick, stop. You're talking about balance sheet. United are the number one, I think they're the number 3 revenue generating football club on the planet. Okay?
And
they were number 1. What's that?
They won't be that for long.
They have plenty of cash flow to give their cut to the Glazers and do their that and the other. The fact of the matter is, and supporters don't need to do this, does ownership back the managers? Look who they've had in since Alex Ferguson. They've had David Moyes. They've had Goldmember. Okay? They've had Sir Alex. They've had Jose Mourinho. Have I missed any here? I know I have.
Well, I mean...
no, keep going.
Goldmember, is that your nickname?
Yeah, I like gold. Louis van Gaal.
That's your nickname for Louis van Gaal, huh?
Any Dutch person, quite frankly, but that's because, I'm an idiot. But,
outstanding. I mean, look, they've had 2 of the best managers in the world, and they couldn't restore the luster of Manchester United.
But
and
who
so I'm
could?
It's because of the ownership.
Nonsense. Rubbish.
Yes, ownership. Nick, listen, I know you're a very intelligent man, and that's why I persist in coming on this show in the hopes that we're gonna crush it. But listen to me. It starts at the top. Would you not agree?
No, I don't.
Oh, come on, Nick.
No, I don't, Nick. I don't. I'm going to tell you why.
Listen, it starts at the top and S funnels downwards. And if your leadership is not truly invested in what Manchester United is, then you're going to struggle. And these people, Nick, they're not interested. You cannot tell me they're interested in the football. They're interested in the money first, the football.
Who cares, Nick? The bottom line is, no, stop. I'm going to tell you why. They are vested in the success of the football club because it is the golden goose that's laying golden eggs for them, along with the Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, right?
They're crap as well.
Well, okay, but the point about it is, Nick,
everything the Glazers touched turned to crap.
This has nothing to do with the Glazers. This has everything to do with the shifting sands of modern football. This has everything to do with Sir Alex Ferguson retiring. Why did he retire? Well, I'll tell you why he retired. He retired because he's an old Scottish man who likes a wee dram, and he was looking around at his squad thinking, the good thing I built and I've had going here for the last 15, 16 years is done. These guys are done and dusted, and this is no longer where we can go to the market with a few extra mil and get every player I want. It's highly competitive out there now. You know what? I don't have the temperament. No, that's not fair because he has the temperament. I just don't have it in me anymore to rebuild this club from scratch, which is what it needs. It's cyclical, Nick. And as a result, Sir Alex Ferguson said, I'm retiring, laddie. That's Dermot, but it's good enough, right? And then he retired, and then United are just another well-heeled football club along with all the others.
Well, I think we should get Dermot. He's a big Facebook fan, and I know this show goes out on Facebook. So, Dermot, if you're listening, it was Geber who said that, not me.
We're still scared of Dermot, even after he's retired.
That's right. Look, Ed Woodward is not the chief executive that Manchester United need.
No,
I mean,
that may be.
And therein lies a big problem. But the reason why the Glazers love Woodward is because he's a money man. He's not a football man.
Well,
let's get football people in there. I want to just shift across the city to Manchester City and look at the difference. So Sheikh Mansour has come in. Yes, they've thrown billions of pounds at Manchester City, but they've also built from top to bottom football people. And I think that's what's been missing at Manchester United. And at the top of the pyramid is Sheikh Mansour, who's willing to back City with everything he's got. And I don't think the Glazers do the same thing. Mourinho wanted a centre half. Yeah, maybe he thought unwisely, and that's on him. But he wanted a centre half. He made a big power play. I need a centre half before the season started. Did he get that centre half, Nick?
I don't know, Nick. Why don't you wait till after the break and I'll tell you.
Oh.
Fifth Street Soccer, Sports Byline USA, Nick Eber, Nick Webster. We'll be right back.
You're clear.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Call the CPAP hotline now. 800-430-4234. 800-430-4234. That's 800-430-4234. Copays and deductibles apply. Supplies are replaced in accordance with Medicare guidelines.
If you need anything from a simple home repair to a major remodel, you need to know about Home Advisor. It's a totally free service that instantly connects you with top local service pros.
Home Advisor is a very easy way to find a home contractor, and for me, it's the only way.
You can use Home Advisor for everything. Your house cleaning, your painting.
Electricians, plumbers, handymen. We've had nothing but fabulous every single time.
Just select the type of work you need done, and Home Advisor's ProFinder technology instantly finds top pros in your area. You can read customer reviews of the pros, even use their cost guide to find out what hundreds of other repair and improvement projects cost in your area.
I think everybody should use Home Advisor. In fact, I tell everybody to use Home Advisor.
Home Advisor is a total solution to any type of work you would ever want to do around your house.
And best of all, it's completely free. Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app.
Home Advisor.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
All right, well, Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Should I stay or should I go? Mourinho. Is he out after the Newcastle game? It's all the Glazers' fault. That is evil, evil Americans that just destroyed Manchester United and took all those poor Manchester United fans and made them take their one share that they had on the wall that they felt gave them the right to show up at the annual general meeting and bitch and moan and tell them what formation to play and what players to sign. Nick, that's why the fans don't like the Glazers, because they took the club private. They could no longer hang their share on the wall and boast that they are an owner of a Premier League club. That's what this is all about.
Absolutely not. I mean, I've never heard such drivel in all your life. I mean, there must be something with those boots behind you. You must be sniffing them. There must be some kind of chemicals in the air because you're slowly losing your marbles, mate.
Not at all. Not at all.
Manchester United is a fabled institution that deserves to be treated with respect and not as an ATM. Until the Glazers figure out that football is more than just money, which they never will because they're in America and they don't give a rat's ass about what's happening in England.
Well, hold on. Fenway Sports Group's the same way, and they're doing a great job at Liverpool.
I think there's a clearer understanding of the progression that needs to be made and the investment. And when Klopp says he wants to spend £75 million on a central defender and shatter the world record, they backed him 100%.
Well, yeah, Mourinho, because they sold Coutinho.
Asked for $40 million to sign a defender, and United and Ed Woodward turned their back on him.
Oh, I think that's a little harsh, quite frankly. And by the way, I can't stand Manchester United. I, for one, am relishing their current travails. There's nothing I enjoy more than watching them be knocked off their perch, not even by Liverpool, but by their own greed and self-excess and ridiculous getting gold member to come in and manage them. David Moyes, come on now. Look, Nick, I want to move on from this topic. I believe Jose Mourinho will not be fired after the Newcastle game. I don't think they can afford to fire him, number one. There's a huge payout. Number two, who do you get? Unless Zidane is sitting there going, I want in. I want it. Sir, can I come in? Can I give it a try? Or, hello, sir, can I give this a try? Who else they got? Who else out there, Nick?
They don't need anybody because they have Zidane. I mean, Zidane's... I mean, honestly, if you listen carefully, yeah, that's the sound of the jet engines being warmed up in Paris right now. He's on his way, son. He's on his way.
Well, all right. Well, that's the only person I can see taking over. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know what the odds are for Mourinho because I don't have that bookmaker open in front of me. But I just have a gut suspicion he's going to be there after the Newcastle game. This might be false. This might be some fake news. Fake news, I tell you. All right, Nick, some other news that's potentially damning. 2008, 2009, of course, was a great year for Manchester United, was it not, Nick Webster?
Oh, the best.
It was. I mean, and it also saw a big change for United in that their superstar, Cristiano Ronaldo, moved from Manchester United to Real Madrid. It's also, by the way, for a little trivia for you, the last time a team repeated in the Premier League was that year for Manchester United. So what do all these things got in common? Well, we said on Tuesday that Cristiano Ronaldo was suddenly almost the victim of a Ronan Farrow expose, where a woman that he had some form of naughty bottom relations with in a hotel room in Las Vegas in 2009, which, I might add, was the last year that I produced the World Series of Poker right here in Las Vegas. 2009, this is all coming circle here, Nick. There's some sort of karma going on. Apparently, he got a little too fresh with a young lady in his hotel room, and they settled out of court for some $350,000. So this goes away and goes away and goes away. We forget about it. Cristiano wins every FIFA award year after year. Then all of a sudden he doesn't win two and he doesn't show up and he's pouty and all the rest of it. He moves from Madrid to Juventus and boom! Him too. The girl that was the subject of this settlement now comes forward and says, I've been listening to all this Me Too stuff. and I'm still not comfortable. I'm still disturbed. I'm still very upset about this, and I want more money. And I want the prosecutor in Las Vegas to open this case up, which they have done. Now listen, I don't know what happened in that hotel room. I suspect I know what happened in that hotel room, and I suspect Cristiano Ronaldo may well have been a very, very naughty boy. I don't know that. I suspect that the girl was happy to settle for $300,000 at the time. If she was assaulted, I feel terrible for her, and I have no reason to disbelieve her. She did settle, though, so I kind of thought that was put to bed, and that's sort of what happens when you do that. But in this day and age, apparently that's changed. Where I'm going with this is not to pass a moral judgment on anyone. If he raped her, he's dead wrong, and he should go to jail. And I feel bad for her if she was raped, and I feel sorry, and I commiserate, and, all of that. The issue here, though, is what are the ramifications for the global brand of Cristiano Ronaldo? Obviously, the key issue is the mental health of the victim here, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the global brand. In the lights where the Supreme Court nominee, who I personally don't support, by the way, I just put it out there, has someone dredge up 36-year-old accusations against him. May or may not be true. I thought everyone was credible, so, his accuser was very credible. But, at what point does it hurt your brand? So it's hurt his brand badly. I think he will ultimately get to the Supreme Court. Ronaldo, the great Teflon football superstar, will this hurt the brand of football's goody two-shoes bad boy? Because really that's what Ronaldo's image has always been. Well, apparently, Nick Webster, EA Sports has now taken him off the front and center stage on the new EA FIFA 19. Apparently, Nike are now looking into the Ronaldo sponsorship. And here you go. This could have massive implications. You add onto that the fact that Juventus today put out an extremely ill-timed, ill-thought-out, and stupid tweet basically saying, Ronaldo's a great guy and a great footballer, we support him. I'm kind of surprised. I guess Europe really is lagging behind the United States in this Me Too stuff, Nick.
Well, unfortunately, Nick, it's all going to come down to what it always comes down to. Money! So Nike and EA Sports will make a calculated guess on how they think their brand could be hurt or served, and they will make a decision based on that bottom line. Now, as we've seen with Tiger Woods, Nike backed Tiger Woods, and Tiger, to give the man credit, did stick up his hand and say yes.
But he wasn't accused of rape, though, Nick. I mean, it's a big difference. I mean, this is more akin to what happened with Kobe Bryant, for example.
And what did Nike do with Kobe Bryant?
I don't remember. Did they back him? I don't think so.
They backed him, yeah. They backed him. And I think, we're almost straying into a morality zone as opposed to a football zone. Look, I'm with you 100%. Ronaldo in 2009 was
top of the world.
So that's 9 years ago. He was 24. He's a good-looking boy, got lots of money. I can well imagine he made goo-goo eyes with the young lady. They went up to his room. It turned sour. And, Ronaldo, being the petulant brat he was back in those days, probably wanted his way.
Yeah.
I think any criminal charges will be very hard to press. And that leads me to believe that any financial hit on Ronaldo is going to be very hard to prove as well.
But it doesn't have to be proven, though, Nick. That's the thing. They just have to make an assumption. They just have to make a value judgment. Is it going to be better to give her a couple of million, or am I going to lose 10 million in endorsements?
Right. And so, it's more than that, because I believe the Nike deal with Ronaldo is in excess of $700-800 million.
Yeah.
I mean, he's that valuable to the company. So as I just said, they're gonna make they've got the calculators out right now, and they're figuring what they're going to lose and what they're going to gain. I mean, look, we saw Nike with the Kaepernick commercial. I mean, they gambled, and guess what?
Yeah,
they won. You know, they took the temperature of the public, and I think that's what they're going to do in this Ronaldo situation.
You know what, Nick? Maybe it's me, but I have to just say I don't understand some of my fellow men here. I really scratch my head. The issue of consent really is very simple. I mean, it doesn't usually require a rocket scientist to figure out if she don't want to play with you, okay? And especially if you're Cristiano Ronaldo, where attractive women are like, okay, fine, you're done, I'll go get another one from downstairs that does want to play with me. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people?
It's a power play. Sex is always a power play.
Yes, just need, maybe I'm old, I don't know, but you need your head examined, Cristiano. You've got everything in the world. What are you doing? So stupid.
24. He's going to make stupid mistakes. He's gonna make stupid decisions at 24. How many stupid decisions did you make at 24? If I'm not mistaken, you were married at 24.
No, I wasn't. Well, believe me, I wasn't married. I was having a lot of fun with ladies that gave consent, though. It's a big difference. You'll be hard-pressed to find anyone from my past that said, oh, I didn't give him consent. He said no. So, you know, listen. It's a political discussion, not a football one. And it's a discussion about morality and good behavior. And, you know, if you're a man listening to this show, we talk to primarily men. Behave yourself. You behave. We'll be right back.
Everyone likes to, you know, scrapbook.
Use Scrapbook, a perfect commercial.
Counter and your favorite place to scrapbook? The bedroom. And what could possibly make scrapbooking any better? KY Duration. With KY Duration Spray and Gel, men everywhere are scrapbooking longer, and that's great for their partners who really enjoy scrapbooking too. So go ahead, scrapbook tonight with KY Duration Spray and Gel for men. Last longer, stay in the moment, use as directed.
It's time to find adventure on every drive. With Pennzoil Synthetics, you get complete protection for top engine performance. And between October 1st and November 30th, you'll get travel rewards to help you on your journey. With the purchase of any Pennzoil specialty motor oil change, you can earn up to $100 in travel reward credit. Save on hotels, rental cars, and activities. Visit Pennzoil.com/travel-on to find participating locations. Pennzoil, make the switch. Travel on. Offer ends 11/30. Terms apply. Full details at Pennzoil.com/travel-on.
Pedro Fernandez here. You might know me as the host of Ring Talk Live Worldwide, but this time I'm here to talk about that four-letter word everybody dreads, pain. If you have back pain or knee pain like I do, hey, you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. I'm talking about if Medicare is your primary medical insurance, and guess what? You can qualify for a back or knee brace or a shoulder brace for little or no charge. Anything to help me with the pain, hey, makes it more manageable, gets my attention, folks. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for your back, ankle, knee, or shoulder, guess what? Give the Health Alert Hotline a call, toll free, 1-800-428-1570. 1-800-428-1570. You can qualify for a back or knee brace or a shoulder brace for little or no charge. 1-800-428-1570. The Health Alert Hotline, 1-800-428-1570.
If you are age 85 or younger, call to learn more about final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network. The average funeral now costs over $10,000. Are you at risk of leaving loved ones to help pay your debts? A final expense policy for seniors can pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. You don't need a medical exam, and you can have lifetime coverage, and the policy cannot be canceled. To receive free information about final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network, call now. You'll also receive information about a free prescription discount card just for calling in. Agents are standing by.
Call 800-508-5774. 800-508-5774. 800-508-5774. Call now. That's 800-508-5774.
All right, Nick Geber here along with Nick Webster. We're going to get off the politics. We're going to get off the naughty boys being naughty in hotel rooms in Las Vegas. And let's talk about some football, shall we, Nick?
Football. It's coming home, Nick. It's coming home.
Well, where? Right now, I'm tempted to think that the Premier League trophy is going to be staying in Manchester, Nick. I am. It's early. Liverpool have had a rough couple of matches, and the 1 defeat, 2 draws. Pardon me, 1 defeat, 1 draw. And I know that sounds silly, that's a rough couple of matches. What's concerned me about my beloved team, Nick, is the fact that they're not scoring goals. And that's a huge problem, because as solid as they are defensively, that will keep them in this fight. They need to score goals. They need Salah, Mane, and Firmino to start knocking goals in. And they don't look like they're going to be doing that anytime soon, Nick.
Well, I hate to tell you that you're wrong, but you're wrong in the stats department. It's 2 losses and 1 draw.
Thank you.
Winless in 3.
That's right.
Yes, they are struggling at the moment, but they're struggling because they're not playing the best goal scorer in the club. That would be a certain Daniel Sturridge, who can't stop scoring worldies.
Yeah.
Now, Jurgen Klopp, for all his brilliance, one of his flaws is loyalty. And right now he's been extremely loyal to Salah, Firmino, and Mane. One of them needs to sit down. Maybe 2 of them need to sit down and give Sturridge a go up front. This is a man who knows how to score goals. He's got himself fit. Klopp has to make a big decision, because this weekend, should they go winless in 4? Should they go 3 losses and 1 draw in their last 4? Certain alarm bells will start ringing, because this is the period of the season where we looked at Liverpool, we looked at what had gone on before, and in all honesty, their schedule was pretty soft. This was the hard part of the season, and right now they're failing that test. And they're failing that test, as you rightly noted, because they can't score goals. They're not getting blown out because defensively they're very stingy. But I think someone in that front 3 needs a rest.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nick, actually. But by the same token, I have to look at Manchester City. And look, I mean, they put 2 past Brighton, 5 past Cardiff, 3 past Fulham. Newcastle was a little tight. So they started slower, but they've sort of come into their own. And now with De Bruyne coming back, it can only get better for them. Liverpool have gone from, scoring the first couple of matches a lot of goals in the Premier League. And I think now they've scored 3, 5, 8. They've scored 9 goals in 5 matches, Nick, which, if you think about it, ain't a lot if you look at who they've been playing outside of Chelsea.
Well, especially when you consider 4 of those goals were against West Ham United, who were rudderless the day they went to Anfield. Look,
right.
this is no one needs to be told that this is a massive game, but I really think it is the barometer of the season right here. City go to Anfield, which has been nothing but a horror show for them. The last 2 games they played at Anfield, City have shipped 7, 8 goals. Yeah. I mean, come on. So if they can go to Anfield on Sunday and come away with a positive result, you're right. The Premiership's title will stay in Manchester. Should Liverpool be able to rouse themselves, and I am expecting Anfield to produce one of those Anfield nights or Anfield late afternoons. I mean, the atmosphere is going to be red hot. We'll really get to see what these teams are all about. And I mean, if you look at both City and Liverpool with a critical eye, neither team is in anywhere near top form. So I think this could be just a case of who is going to be the goal scorers. City have a man by the name of Sergio Aguero, is nothing short of an assassin, and he's scoring goals again this season. Meanwhile, Liverpool's assassin, Mo Salah, in all honesty, looks like a tired man. So will Klopp go with Sturridge? Will he take the chance and leave out either one of Mane, Firmino, or Salah?
I didn't hear Scott. Did we have a caller on the line? That was yes or no? No. No. Oh, okay. I thought I heard you say we had a caller. So we don't have a caller, Nick. So I will tell you that I think you're spot on. Absolutely right. I actually agree with you, which is shocking and probably need to take a shower. But you are absolutely correct. Your analysis is insightful. This is a massive match. Can the 12th man lift the team to the heights that they've seen but haven't been achieving recently? We'll only have to wait and see until Sunday, because that's when the match is. It is interesting that we really, as good as Chelsea are, there's something about Chelsea that tells me over a 38-game season, they've still got a little bit of work to do. That they've been superb. I love to watch them. They've been fun to watch. They're not quite at the Liverpool, Manchester City level. Close to it, but not quite. And I think Sarri actually alluded to that a little bit. And then after the win and the draw in the two matches he played, he said, "Well, maybe we are actually at the Liverpool's level." But yeah, it's a big match. This is the gauntlet throwdown match. This is it. If Liverpool win this match at Anfield and can do it, not just a 1-0 victory, it's not what we're talking about here. If they can win with a couple of goals difference, it'll definitely make a statement. This is going to be a great race between these two clubs. And of course, let's not forget, Nick, we're also looking at Tottenham, who have suddenly found some form as well, other than the fact that they got worked by Barcelona. But again, Liverpool midweek just didn't look that exciting against Napoli. It was a match I was really looking forward to, but in all honesty, it wasn't that interesting.
Well, thankfully for Tottenham Hotspur, Barcelona don't reside in the Premier League, because that was an undressing of undressings. It was really quite spectacular. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you on quite a few levels. I mean, Chelsea under Sarri, still chugging along though.
Yeah.
And that's the interesting thing for me. And the more I read about this character, this chain-smoking ex-banker from Italy, and his relationship with the players,
the more you like him.
The more I like him, yeah. I mean, I think he gets it. And yeah, Chelsea, look, they finished 6th last year for a reason, because they weren't good enough.
Yeah.
And the performances from the star players wasn't at a level that we've come to expect from Chelsea. Now, was that because they were burnt out from Conte? If all reports are to be believed, that's an absolute yes. They were burnt out on playing for Antonio Conte. Now, all of a sudden, they like this guy. They want to play for this guy. They're learning a completely new system, because Conte certainly wasn't all about pressing the field all over the place, which Sarri is, and playing a high-energy game. And they're buying into it. And their results, while not super spectacular, have been very good. I think this game at Southampton, even though it seems like a gimme, is actually a tricky encounter for the Blues. And should they come away with all 3 points, I think we have to start taking them very seriously as possible challenges to City.
Right. Well, I tell you what, Nick, Dallas Tracy writes in on Facebook. He says 8 wins in 8, boys. Unai Emery's making his mark at the Emirates. And you know, Nick, that's another miracle working manager right there. I mean, he has got this team playing some good football again. Belief. The only thing, Dallas, I would say is, I think until Emery can get a few more players, and I don't know what they're going to do in January, if anything, I think, I wouldn't look for them seriously to make a challenge at the top, to win the Premier League. Top 4, I don't know. They're playing good football. Their belief. That's another team playing for a manager they love, Nick.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show that sometimes a different voice is what players need. Now, we spent the first 30 minutes of the show talking about Manchester United and what they're going through. And when I looked at the team that played against Valencia, I mean, that was a team full of internationals. Yeah. And they're not playing for their manager. Now you look at Arsenal, once again, a team full of internationals, and they are playing for Emery. The interesting thing, we spoke about this at the beginning of the season. Arsenal had the worst 2 games anybody could really experience in the Premier League. Liverpool away and Manchester City. They got beat in both those games. But I think the expectations were kind of low enough that the panic button wasn't hit at Arsenal. And I think that Emery has given the players, as you mentioned, this special thing, belief. And
Yeah.
when a team has belief, anything is possible. Reeling off 8 wins in a row, I don't care who you are. That's impressive. And there's no reason why Arsenal shouldn't win on Saturday.
Yeah.
And that would make it 9 wins in a row.
Yeah, well, I mean they're playing for who are they playing? They're playing Fulham, right?
Fulham.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fulham have been conceding goals like nobody's business. It's not like it's an away game. All they've got to do is travel 5 miles across town to the cottage. I mean, I really fancy Arsenal in this one.
Well,
I think they're going to get a result, and
well,
they'll continue moving up the table. And with City and Liverpool, I mean, the smart money's possibly on a draw. That gives Arsenal a chance to leapfrog up the table.
Well, Dallas Tracy says he'll take Banega over Ramsey. Need additional strength in the middle of the park. By the way, if you'd like to comment, you can find us on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. He's predicting 3-0 against Fulham. I think I will agree with him. Nick, let's very quickly, because we are running out of time, let's very quickly do our picks, shall we, for this weekend. Let's make it as quick as we can. We literally have 2.5 minutes here. Let's start Brighton Hove Albion, West Ham. Nick, I got that Brighton 2-1.
Well, I'm going to go Brighton 1-0, and I'm going to say Glenn Murray's going to score. Oh, my God, it happened. I'm a genius. This was played earlier today, Nick.
I missed that. Really? Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where have I been? Oh, the first Friday match. How stupid of me.
In Las Vegas in a hotel room.
Yeah, apparently so, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're quite right. Let's go to Crystal Palace Wolves.
Crystal Palace Wolves, I am going to go with the draw on this one. I actually like both these teams. Wolves have been fantastic. Palace are very usually good at home. I'm going to say 1-1.
2-0 for me. Palace 2, Wolves 0. Leicester City, Everton.
Well, Leicester have kind of turned it around a little bit, as have Everton. And, last week I predicted a lot of draws and I got burned big time. I'm still sticking with the draws, but this one's going to be an explosive 2-2 thriller.
1-0 Leicester. All right, Tottenham Cardiff.
Oh, Harry Kane. He's already thinking about pulling down the shorts of the Cardiff defenders. Harry Kane, Tottenham 4, Cardiff 0.
All right, I'll go 3-0. Watford Bournemouth.
Oh, I like this one. 2 teams that definitely are trending in opposite directions. Watford were flying, kind of stubbed their toe a little bit. Bournemouth have been going gangbusters after a resounding victory last weekend. I actually like Watford in this one, 2-1 to the Hornets.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Manchester United, Newcastle. This is the big one, but I'm saying 2-0 Manchester United.
Oh, come on, Nick. You know what? We've been burned by United all season long. I'm going to go United 1-0. And we're talking Newcastle.
All right, Fulham, Arsenal, make it quick.
Arsenal, 3-0.
All right, Chelsea, Southampton.
2-0 to the Blues, thanks to Eden Hazard.
All right, there you go. And finally, Liverpool, Man City.
Oh, it's a complete wank fest, Nick. I'm going to go for a 4-4 game of the century.
All right, we've got to go to break. We'll be right back with more.
You're clear.
I forgot.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. That's 800-535-7789.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
All right, you're back on Fifth Street Soccer, Sports Byline USA, SB Nation Radio, American Forces, Nick Geber, Nick Webster. Well, Nick, we managed to squeeze in all of our predictions in about 2.5 minutes. We didn't have time to get to the bookies and where they are with it, and that's probably good because, quite frankly, we've not been on a roll the last 3 weeks.
Well, I will tell you what the bookies are saying about Jose Mourinho. 4-6. He's the first manager fired in the Premier League.
He wins the sack race, 4-6. Oh, by the way, Dallas Tracy again on our Fifth Street social feed via Facebook says, Cardiff with an upset over the Scum. Of course, being a Gooner, that would be his wet dream. That's what he wants, Cardiff to deliver a swift spanking to Tottenham. Don't think it's going to happen, Dallas, but hope springs eternal. Nick, a whole slate of matches, and of course, we didn't talk about the fact that today was the first Friday match of the season. This is a new thing they're going to be doing, and of course, I forgot to watch the match and forgot about it altogether, but that's just because I'm old.
Well, yes, I mean, it's perfectly understandable, and hopefully the viewers and listeners will understand that you're kind of geriatric and your thoughts are misplaced, misguided, and that they should just listen to me and think that you are just a big numpty.
Well, remember, Nick, I have some of the finest opinions of the 5th century. Okay, just remember that. All right, find us on the web, folks. FifthStreetSports.com. Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. You can find us on YouTube at YouTube Fifth Street Sports, Twitter Fifth Street Sports. We're here with you on the Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Networks, American Forces, each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Nick Geber and Nick Webster. From me, have a great weekend. And from Nick, that's a bye. Speak to you on Monday. Cheers. Have fun.
All right, guys, take care. We'll talk to you Monday.